Anyways, up the Loons, straight to the offs. Greatest team in the West. We've been here. We go through it every year. Minnesota should be everybody's Western Conference team. If they're not, reevaluate your life choices, my friends. Who have they lost? Raheem Edwards, bench minutes. Andrew Booth, didn't do much for me. Aaron Schoenfield, filling in for Amaria, not too bad. Jamie Musa, that goalkeeper with the really hard last name to pronounce, who was god-awful once Tyler Miller went down. Jose Aja, filled in for Opara. Jevin Partida, Kai Kamara, which was a good second option, but he is, as our good friend Mr. Wright likes to say, on the wrong side of 30.
That should be your quote of the day.
That should be my quote of the day, shouldn't it? Wrong side of 30. That won't be quote of the day. That's quote of the season. Quote of Connor's soccer fandom over here. And then the other one, the big one, the guy, the man, that boy, Kevin Molino. Hot boy, right? Hot man? Hot boy? Something like that. He's got a nickname, but it won't be spoken in Loon folklore anymore, as he has gone to Columbus, because Columbus obviously needed to get better. They were not good enough. They only won MLS Cup by 3 goals. They needed to get better, so they went and got Kevin Molino. Who did they bring in? Yuka Raitala from Montreal. That's a good outside back option. He's always been one of the best in the league, depending on how you want to use him. Brought in Callum Montgomery. I'm not sure about that one. That's kind of confusing. Will Trapp. I never really was a huge fan of him. Didn't really hit stride with Inter Miami, but was very good in Columbus. And he can take minutes off Ozzy as he gets a bit older. And then DJ Taylor. That's all they got. How big of a loss is Kevin Molino, really, Mr. Adam?
I mean, it's huge. Like, he's their best player there last season by like a mile. I wouldn't be this upset if he went somewhere that wasn't Columbus. Like, the fact that Columbus won MLS Cup the way they did and then just said, oh, we're going to go buy Kevin Molino, like, kind of angers me. Like, I love Kevin Molino, and I'm sure he's going to kill it in Columbus. But, like, Columbus didn't need to do this. That's just mean. Like, if you told me he went to Houston, I'd be like, all right, like, whatever. Like, sucks for Minnesota, but good for Houston. Like, Columbus, no, you don't need that. We don't need one team just destroying everyone this season.
I have to agree. Kevin Molino, according to WhoScored.com, Connor's favorite website, not on the wrong side of 30, on the right side of 30. We'll have it for a very long time. Contributed to 25% of their goals in 2020, just the regular season, I might add. He had 50% of their goals in the playoffs, and him and Mr. Reynoso got together very, very well. And that is something they will definitely be missing as we go forward. I'm trying to just pull up a stat here of how they worked well together, and I cannot find it. There used to be a like who has the best combo of goals and assists, and I'm still looking for it. But I think it's going to be a huge loss. You're looking at, oh, here it is. Kevin Molino from Reynoso is 3 different times in the playoffs or in the regular season. But keep in mind, Reynoso only joined like the last 10 games of the season. So they really hit it off, and now he's gone. So I don't know who exactly Reynoso is planning on playing to, but something very interesting to keep in mind. Connor, your thoughts?
This feels like a brutal loss for Minnesota. I mean, you're not just talking about a guy that just clicked with your new big signing, like big time clicked with them. This team was so marginally close to being in an MLS Cup final. And I'm not saying they would have won because Columbus was dominant, really dominant in that final, but I mean, you were right there, and then you just took a step backwards rather than taking that next step forward and making sure that you are there the next year. And not, I mean, not only are they losing a guy that's super talented for them, you're losing a guy that's been there since the start of the franchise in MLS. I mean, that's from a fan's perspective, that's gotta hurt. I mean, I'm sure he's a fan favorite for so many people because he's been there since the start. But yeah, so I think this will hurt big time.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. How do you grade their window, Connor?
I gave it a C minus. I feel like they got a little bit worse, to be honest. Obviously, Kevin Molino is a big loss. I'd almost want to say D plus, somewhere kind of in between there. But you know, Kai Kamara, solid striker for them. Obviously, not like a big game, like big time, gonna score goals for you every game type of striker. But he's a guy that you'll bring in every once in a while. And they brought in some guys to help fill those holes, but I just don't think that they replaced what they lost.
Yeah, I got to agree with you on the C minus there. I think just the loss itself of Mr. Molino is going to kill this team. Yes, they've got a few pieces they can work with. They've got Robin Lode, they've got Ethan Finley, they've got Amaria, but the way that they clicked is going to be so hard to replicate with other players. And Amaria is, if he's your only option going forward outside of the other two that we just mentioned, they're going to shut that down pretty quick. So I'm with you on that one. Adam.
I gave him the D plus. It just feels like a pretty big step back. I think Minnesota was quietly not quietly, but I don't think they were necessarily highlighted as one of the best teams in the league, or at least the most exciting to watch. Like, there were games last season where we would watch and talk about like how good they looked, and they, like Connor said, they potentially could have gone on to win last year, except Columbus was disgusting. Like, I don't think now was a good time to take a step back. I think
There's a big issue on this too. I don't think Luis Amaria is with the team anymore.
he's not.
I
was waiting to say that.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
Yeah, no, this is like a D minus. This is almost enough. Yeah, I got to change that.
He's gone.
He went back to Velez, and then Velez gave him into Kyoto, and then he went back to Velez at the end of the year. Oh man, no,
I didn't know that either. Yeah, I would drop that down to D also.
Oh, straight to the floor. I kept looking. I'm like, where? They don't have Amaria. Where is Amaria? And then I Googled it. Oh no.
Yep.
They're trouble. This is like we could take that Simpsons meme of the guy sitting in the back of the bus being like, ha ha ha, I'm in danger, and just put Minnesota's face over it. That's what we'd be looking at right now. Their striking is one man. His name is Foster Langsdorff. And he came from Reno 1868. And that's it. Oh no, they're in trouble.
And they make NYCFC look like they got a deep attack.
Literally. Jeez, this is bad.
Hey, don't worry though. Don't they still have Tomas Chacon?
They do. Tomas Chacon up front. Let's go.
Don't worry. It'll be all right.
Oh man. Imagine being Emmanuel Reynoso coming in and having so many attacking talents around you. And then coming in the next year, you play 10 games, and by the next year, all of them are gone. Oh man, that is just not good. That's so not good. Jan Gregers is a leading scorer right now. Oh no.